What's good, people? You thought your boy was gone. Actually, today I got some free time, and I'm gonna spend it talking with you guys. Of course, if I got free time, I'm gonna spend it talking with you guys. Um, yeah, I know I said I wasn't making any, gaming videos for a while because I'm, pretty busy guy out here focusing on the music and work and all of that shit and playing these games. But these days I've been feeling like I have a civic duty out here. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling like I have a responsibility, to deliver great videos to you guys. You know what I'm saying? It comes to a point, where you have enough subscribers that people keep on hitting you up, seeing what you think about this, that, and that. And I feel like it's my responsibility. I can't let you guys down. So whenever I get free time, I'm gonna, make some videos for you guys. You know what I'm saying? It might not be as fancy as my other videos. It's just gonna be my straight audio talking, no camera for now, cause that shit takes too much work, too much editing. I don't got time for all of that. Anyways, I've wasted enough of your time, especially if you're new to my channel. Welcome. Today, I'm gonna be talking about the PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts and my review of the console. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. You know what I mean? You guys already know I keep it 100. I keep it real. It's just real talk. So I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts of the PS4 Pro, and just overall what I think about it, and stuff like that. All right, so let's get started. The console itself, the console design. Remember at first when those mock-up pictures came up on the internet, and I made a video saying like, this shit like the ugliest thing I've ever seen. I'm actually Michael Jackson moonwalk back and take some of my statements back, because after bringing the console home, man, the console's kind of fly. I can't even lie. It's actually a lot thinner than I thought it was gonna be. For some reason, the mock-up pictures made the console look a lot bigger than it actually is. So I'm actually pretty impressed that the console is actually pretty thin. It is, wider and longer, but overall, it's actually a decent size. It's not that much bigger than the regular PS4, the one that we had at launch. I wasn't really a fan with the mock-ups of the little 3-layer triple decker cake, the Big Mac look that I was going for. But it's growing on me, man. I kind of like the design of the console. I can't even front. It actually looks like a regular PS4 with a little thin layer in between. I actually like the light bar being on the front. I actually think that was a cool addition. PlayStation logo on top, dope. So overall, the console design is fine. Internal power supply, I'm glad that it's inside. It's a console with more power, so you would think that maybe Sony would take it out and do what Microsoft usually does and like provide a power brick, but they didn't. It's all inside, nice, simple, clean. So when it comes to looks, man, the console's good. It's a good looking console. I'm gonna take my my bad things I said about it back, because after bringing it home, I actually think the console itself looks pretty damn cool. All right, so let's get on to the good stuff. What people really want to know. If you guys don't already know, the PlayStation 4 Pro is obviously just an upgraded PlayStation 4. It's supposed to have twice the GPU power as the regular PS4. So games are supposed to run better, look better, and run better and look better. So far with my experience with the PS4 Pro, I gotta tell you guys, it has been pretty lackluster. Not saying the console itself is bad, but it's really Sony and the developers' fault. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these pro patched games are not really taking advantage of the hardware, and I actually suspected this. I can't even lie. I called this from a mile away that this was going to happen, so I'm not actually surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm not actually surprised, but I thought it would be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the more details. Okay, so some of the PlayStation 4 Pro patched games I played were Ratchet and Clank, Infamous First Light. What else did I try that I had to put pro patch? What else did I try? The Last of Us Remastered and Uncharted 4. These are the games that I tried with the pro patch. And I must say, goddamn, all of them didn't blow me away at all. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off with Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank does look a lot sharper on the PS4 Pro. Apparently, it's running at 1800p resolution, checkerboard, temporal injection, some fancy shit. It's not native 4K, guys. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a higher resolution than the regular PS4 version. So the overall image looks a lot cleaner. I can't even front. God knows I would be a liar if I said, Ratchet and Clank did not look cleaner on the PS4 Pro. The resolution bump really helps the game, and the game just looks really clean. But the thing is, Ratchet and Clank already looked really great on the PS4, so all it did look was just a little bit cleaner. The anti-aliasing, as in the jagged edges were pretty much non-existent. There was no jaggies in the game, so that was pretty cool. But what really disappointed me with Ratchet and Clank is two things actually disappointed me, but one of them is that the developers stuck with the 30 frames per second. God damn. I actually thought this game, they were gonna at least push it to be 60 frames per second on the PS4 Pro, but they didn't. Apparently, Insomniac said they could have, but they felt like the game should be played at 30 frames per second. It's actually better at 30 frames per second. These niggas are tripping. They tripping. They know they're lying through their teeth. How's the game plays better at 30 frames per second? Don't give me that cinematic whole bullshit. This game should have been 60 frames per second. So that really turned me off about the PS4 Pro patch of Ratchet and Clank. It's still 30 frames per second. This should be this should be played at 60. I know with the power of the PS4 Pro, twice the GPU power, should be able to play Ratchet and Clank in 60 frames per second. I feel like that would have been a better game changer than the higher resolution. But it is what it is. They push for the highest resolution it can go, instead of making it 60 frames per second. So that disappointed me a little bit. And another thing that disappointed me with Ratchet and Clank was the HDR. The HDR on Ratchet and Clank, man, I couldn't even tell if it was on or off. On some real shit, I couldn't even tell at all. And please don't come to me in the comment section saying, bro, you probably didn't set up your shit right. Nah, I have it set up right, guys. Ratchet and Clank on the KS8000, the HDR, you can't tell. You can't even tell if it's on. It says it's on. And unlike Infamous First Light, Ratchet and Clank does not have an option where you could toggle off the HDR then turn it back on, so you can at least get a comparison. You know what I'm saying? Ratchet and Clank doesn't have that option, so that was pretty damn whack. Like, if it had that option, at least I could turn it off, HDR in the options mode, so I could see how it looks off and then turn it back on. But with Ratchet and Clank, there's no toggle for that in the options. Apparently it's just HDR on. My TV says, oh, HDR is playing, but really when I look at it, nothing strikes me as it's nothing different. Nothing about the game looks different. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about the game looks different, because I already played this Ratchet and Clank game on the regular PS4 Pro, and the colors pretty much look the same. Like, nothing really popped. You know what I'm saying? It was already a very vibrant, colorful game, but basically I couldn't even tell if the HDR was on or off. Okay, basically, just to sum it up. With Infamous First Light though, that game, that's like the best HDR game you can get right now in 2016 is Infamous First Light. Bro, when you toggle HDR on and off, you really can tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I cannot play Infamous First Light anymore in standard SDR, whatever they call that shit. You know what I'm saying? After experiencing it, the game in HDR, I have to have HDR turned on for Infamous First Light at all times. The blacks look good. What's her name? Fetch. Her neon powers really pop out when HDR is on. And Infamous First Light has other options. You can pick a higher resolution or a higher frame rate. And I must say, when you pick the higher frame rate option, yes, it's very noticeable that you got a huge frame rate jump. But man, the picture quality does suffer. It really does. I can't even lie to you. The picture quality on the KS 8000 I'm playing on, you really notice like, damn, man, they really turned off a lot of settings to get this high frame rate. So you know what I ended up doing? I ended up just toggling back on the higher resolution because the game looks kind of ugly when you put it in high frame rate mode. But it's cool that it has the option, so I ain't knocking it for that. And with The Last of Us, basically they have two modes, right? They have one 4K 30 and one 1800p 60 frames per second, kinda. Basically, when you're playing the game in 60 frames per second mode, right, it's still not a locked 60 frames per second. It still dips in all the areas where the original PlayStation 4 dipped at. Especially, just go check out Digital Foundry's video. At some instances, The Last of Us actually plays worse than the regular PlayStation 4 version, which is extremely disappointing. I swear Sony made a mandate saying that, all pro patches have to play and perform better than the standard PS4. But with The Last of Us in the 60 frames per second mode, this shit plays worse at times. It's crazy, especially when you watch Digital Foundry's analysis video. You guys just go check it out. It plays, at some parts it actually plays worse, you know what I'm saying, which is extremely disappointing. It's because they push for such high resolution, which is a little bit of a problem. It seems like with these new consoles that we're getting with the Xbox Scorpio and the PlayStation 4, these guys are really pushing for the highest resolution possible that they can do, instead of maybe just focusing on performance. Get a rock solid 60. If you have to make the resolution 1440p, right, that's still cool. But these guys are really pushing to get the maximum resolution with these consoles, and it's really holding them back, man. It's really holding these games from playing a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Uncharted 4 is another case which I was pretty disappointed. The single player, they couldn't get it to 60 frames per second. I swear, God, twice the GPU power still can't get it to 60 frames per second. That's crazy. But I do know, honestly, doubling up the frame rate you need a lot of power to do that. I do understand that. I game on PC, if you guys don't know. So I do understand, to get twice the frame rate, you're going to need a lot of power. But I feel like maybe Uncharted could have done it. I don't know if they kept the game at 1080p and they could have made it 60, but they didn't. You know what they went for? They went for 1440p 30 for the single player campaign. If you watch Digital Foundry's video too, and when they do their whole analysis and stuff, they say not much is different. The game is basically the same. No extra textures or increased textures or higher fidelity, this, that, none of that. It's the same game, just they bump the resolution up to 1440p. Okay, so basically those are the games that I tried on the PlayStation 4 Pro. And overall, like I said, my experience with it has been very, very lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? So I expected this, to be honest, because I already know. Not until next year next year is where we're gonna get like the dope games with Horizon Zero Dawn. I feel like that's the real first game we're gonna get that we're gonna honestly see what this PS4 Pro can do. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that I made that video saying what was it actually called? I'm disappointed that the PlayStation 4 Pro didn't launch with no exclusives. Basically, in that video, I just explained that the PS4 Pro has no software to show off its hardware. You know what I'm saying? Because we're playing all these old ass games with just patched up. Plus, Sony didn't give out development kits early enough for these developers to really do something with it. So it's partially Sony's fault, and it's partially the developers' fault as well too. So I don't know, man. I just really hope that they really bring it for the next wave of games, because these launch pro patch games have been extremely underwhelming. Yes, yeah, in some cases they play better, you know what I'm saying? Like some cases they actually, for most cases, like it's playing at a higher resolution, higher frame rate, so it's better, you know what I'm saying? But it's not no night and day difference, guys, right now, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, with future titles like Days Gone and like I said, Horizon, God of War, then we're gonna see like more use of the PS4's Pro's power, maybe with those titles coming next year, hopefully. But right now, man, it's pretty lackluster. I can't even lie at all. As for navigating the UI with the PlayStation 4 Pro, I feel like nothing has changed, to tell you the truth. People say if they feel like it's faster. I can't even lie. I'm not on PlayStation enough to really notice the difference, because I mainly be on my PC. But the UI pretty much feels the same. Not saying that's a bad thing, because I already think the PS4 UI is pretty snappy, especially if you're gonna compare it to the Xbox One UI, where I feel like it's still very slow. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a main issue. The console comes with 1 terabyte of hard drive space, so that's cool to get the upgraded space. So do I recommend the PS4 Pro? Let's just get straight to it. Look, if you do not have a PlayStation 4 and you're looking to get a PlayStation 4, do not get the regular PS4. You know what I'm saying? Just future proof yourself and just get the PlayStation 4 Pro. Right now, if you have a PS4, there's no need as of what's today's day? Yo, what we in right now, bro? What we in right now? As of November 21st, 2016, it's not worth it right now. I say if you can wait until next year when Horizon drops, get it for Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the increase for these games, the 30 games that they launch, it's not really worth the upgrade, especially if you're gaming on a 1080p display. Remember that, guys. If you're gaming on a 1080p display, yeah, it does give you some benefits like super sampling and stuff like that for the pro patched games, but the jump is not that significant. You won't really notice a huge difference, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so if you already have a PS4 at home, you don't need to run out and go buy the PS4 Pro, because right now HDR is not really implemented well in games. Infamous First Light is the only HDR game that I've played that actually I could see a night and day difference. You know what I'm saying? So HDR is still not implemented like right. I feel like they'll probably get it right in the future. I'm looking at the 2017 titles that are coming out. Maybe HDR will be much stronger then, but right now it's pretty damn weak. Some games are actually performing worse on the PS4 Pro, even if you're playing on a 1080p TV for some odd reason. Like even with Overwatch, can you take in the Overwatch Pro patch? The Overwatch Pro patch is literally a 4K HUD. A 4K HUD. Yo, they tripping. Basically, the game is what, I don't know if it's still regular 1080p or whatever, but all they did is make the HUD 4K. Like, what kind of laziness is going on here? So basically, yo, the right now the support for the PS4 Pro is very weak. Yo, the developers haven't really utilized the console well yet. So I know in the future will get better. I do know that. So maybe that's when you wanna, jump aboard. If when you pick up a 4K TV and stuff, that'd be a good time to, jump aboard in the future. Sometime in 2017, when like Horizon drops, or maybe Detroit Days Gone, that might be a good time to get a Pro. You know what I'm saying? But right now, man, these developers have done a very, very lazy job. I heard Rise of the Tomb Raider is the best PS4 Pro patch game out. And I already beat that game on Xbox One. I already beat that game on PC. God knows I am not buying that game again on PS4, because I already could play that native 4K on my PC. Not bragging. PC master rates. I'm tripping still. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could already play that 4K native, and get chuggy frame rate though, because 1080 is not enough to play it maxed out. But you know what I'm saying, like, I could already play that, so I'm not buying that game again. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been saying to me, yo, the Rise of the Tomb Raider, man, that's the ideal PS4 Pro patch game you can get. But I already beat the game twice. I'm not buying it again for the PS4. Okay, it is what it is. Yeah, so I actually heard Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is not bad patch PS4 yeah, this is a fucking tongue twister. Too much P's in this shit. PS4 Pro patch, but this got me feeling like I'm saying some sort of riddle or some shit. Yeah, so I heard Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is a good PS4 Pro patched game. You know what I'm saying? I heard they did that one well, and the remaster. I heard Watchdog is another scenario where the game actually plays worse than the regular PS4. You know what I'm saying? Just go and watch Digital Foundry's videos of these comparisons before you make your decision. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? But this video has gone long enough. You guys, I haven't made a video. It's so long, so this at least covers it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the PS4 Pro. That's my review, guys. Like I said, if you have a PS4 as of November 21st, 2016, you can wait on it. There's no rush to go out and buy this console. If you're coming to buy a PlayStation, maybe you want to play The Last Guardian since it's finally coming out. Go get the PS4 Pro instead of the Slim. It only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Just get that and be, future proof. It's only extra $100 by Black Friday. I'm sure there's gonna be some sales with a game or something. You know what I'm saying? So get the PS4 Pro if you don't have one. If you already have a regular PS4 and you're iffy about it, I say wait on it, because you're gonna bring it home and you're gonna be kind of disappointed, because there's no night and day differences with this console. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if the Sony fanboys not gonna like me saying that, but it is what it is. There's no night and day difference with the console. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? I know it'll get better in the future with titles like Horizon and just future games that are in mid development, or just get in development, so they can, they can build it around the Pro from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my thoughts, guys. If you watch this video all the way up to this point, I really fuck with you. I really fuck with you, because I felt like I was rambling a little bit. Let me know if you watched the video all the way up to this point, because I'm gonna hit you back up in the comment section and give you ratings. So if you watch this video up to this point, hit me up in the comment section. That's crazy. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy, and if you're a newcomer to my channel, man, please subscribe. I've been getting a lot of subscribers lately. Like, my channel hasn't been like super active, but you guys have been subscribing like crazy. It's kind of insane. So I really appreciate that. Thumbs up the video like always, and I'll be back sooner than you guys think. You know what I'm saying? I'll come back with another video just now. Don't worry, man. I'm out here. Hit me up on Twitter if you want to talk with me every day, because that's where I'm at. I have a lot of free time at work, so I'm always on Twitter. So hit me up on Twitter at Press Start Kofi. Check you guys out later. Take it easy.